Happy Thirsty Thursday, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to today's Jam Happy Hour session. And I'm very excited to introduce today's artist. We have got Rod, aka Bright Light, joining us. How are we doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing great. And you're tuned in today from the opposite end of the country,
Yeah,
right?
from New York City. This is actually the closest thing I've done to an in-person show for like a year now. So this is very exciting for me. It's to talk to a real person in real time, not just like a phone screen. Amazing.
Right. Well, I'm so excited for today. Today is National Optimist Day, and I'm very optimistic about today's show. I'm very excited to hear what you've got in store for us. And without further ado, if you want to just take it away with the first song, let's get
Here we
going.
go. Woo. This is a single from my most recent album. This is called I Used to Be Cool. Thank you.
Find me here any time of day, any time of season, any time you like. You need to fall apart, you need to stay together. You can be whatever, it's okay, it's alright. Slave to love, and I'm happy to be been taken over. Who could believe that I'd be fooled enough to give into that dream? It's so inviting, I don't want to be free. So I've got all night, all day, for your tears, for your pain. You won't believe it, but I used to be cool. I've got all day, all night, for your passion, for your fire. No way to leave it, oh, what would I do without you? You pull me near, I could stay forever, dancing through the seasons, with you side by side. Maybe I'll live here, right here in your shadow, so you can keep me safe from all the anger that's outside. It's not enough patience in the world, the way they love only seems to hurt. Oh, life is rough out there on the streets. In here where we're hiding, there's nothing to fear. Cause I'm all day, for your tears, for your pain. You won't believe it, but I used to be cool. I've got all day, all night, for your passion, for your fire. No way to leave it, oh, what would I do without you? You don't know the fire started here in my mind. The world is full of fools, but I guess it's me you're fooling. I'll write your name on everything, cause everything is you. And I've got all night, all day, for your tears, for your pain. You won't believe it, but I used to be cool. I've got all day, all night, for your passion, for your fire. No way to leave it, oh, what would I do? Find me here any time of day, any time of season, anytime you like.
Woo! Thank you, Rod. This
Welcome.
Is Bright Light, everybody. Thanks for joining Jam Happy Hour today. We're almost to the weekend, which is going to be the first weekend of February. So
Wow.
We'll see what's in store for the rest of the month. I know you have some fun stuff coming out, I think, next week.
Yeah, so alongside this pop stuff that I do, I've been doing some composition work as well. So I have like a little piano compositions EP coming out, which is obviously very different to this. No disco balls attached, but with like no live shows last year. I started doing a lot more composition, and I've done like a little horror short film soundtrack, and these little off-cut pieces that I had lying around, I kind of put together for a little EP, just for something a little bit calmer, you know, for when you need to de-stress after work, or you're just having one of those days. A little sidestep for me.
Awesome. And what you just performed, I Used to Be Cool, that's off of your release from last September, Fun City.
It is. It's called Fun City, the album, if you want to see there, which is an album that I did the year before and had it ready for last year. And we had like, you know, tour ready to go, everything sorted out. And then, of course, COVID hit and everything was shut down. So this is my little album tour. So thanks for having me.
And Fun City, so that kind of, you put that out, and the message behind that, obviously you can go more in depth, but it was something along the lines of examining and providing an overview of resilience and the difficulty that's associated with acceptance.
Yeah, it's like looking at that, and sort of more specifically as well about the LGBTQ plus experience. Just how like throughout time there's had to be a push against all of the hurdles that we face and all of the resistance and all of the prejudice, but how you learn to thrive, survive, and create in the face of all of that, you know, which, you know, it's not exclusive to the LGBTQ plus community. Obviously, it's, you know, a very POC experience, and lots of people who are from many, many different walks of life. But I looked at it through an LGBTQ plus lens and wove in parts of our history, and being very conscious of the fact that I am a cis white male. I wanted to bring in voices from the community that represented more of the spectrum. So we have like an amazing trans artist, Justin Vivian Bond, gender fluid artist, Michelle from Cave Boy, amazing black artist from New York, the Illustrious Blacks, my amazing friend Kay, who's this like super cool Asian American like punk rock chick who like shreds guitar. She's awesome.
Oh, awesome.
And then like Andy Bell from Erasure, who's one of my favorite queer icons. So it was a really fun project, and nice to be able to talk about that in a very difficult year, you know, where I think a lot of us felt very lonely and very isolated. It was nice to have a project that let me talk about a lot of people that I really care about.
Right. And I think, you know, as at times terrible this past year has felt, at the same time, it has kind of made everyone, no matter what part of the world they're in, how much money they make, it's made everyone realize we're all in the same boat. We're all human, and we're all dealing with the same pandemic. And I think with that being said, that's been one of the silver linings that has presented itself through this pandemic, is just realizing we're all in this together. And as we've seen in the US, like we've been dealing with a lot.
Yeah, being in the US through this has been like a real trip.
Yeah.
But, you know, at least there's a little bit more optimism on National Optimism Day. There's a lot more optimism at the moment, which is a really nice way to kick off like the year, but definitely like a new month. Like mentally, a lot of people find like a new month a good benchmark. Right. And so hopefully February for a lot of people is looking a little bit brighter as we're like edging towards longer days and a vaccine rolling out like very gradually. And, you know, we'll see. So it's looking up-ish.
And to everyone who's tuned in today for the Jam Happy Hour, you can support Bright Light, and all artists by, because I know that like with certain streaming systems, it's like 0.003 cents per stream, which if you divvy that out, it's like equivalent to 500. Yeah, it's like 500 iTunes downloads and then like 50 vinyl album sales. So like, with that being said, if you are, in terms of finances, able to contribute, the best way to do that for Bright Light, and all artists is buying a song or buying an album through Bandcamp, through iTunes, buying CDs, vinyls, merch, which you have merch, I think, through the site, right?
Yeah, I have like my own web store, which is store.brightlightx2.com. So we have like t-shirts, merch, physical products there. And then stuff on like, independent record stores across America have been good about stocking the vinyl. There's obviously Amazon if you have no other options. But yeah, lots of things. Merch, anything, an iTunes download is all super helpful if anyone has the means to do that. So yeah.
And like adding artists to your playlist or
Exactly, yeah.
Posting, you
Yeah.
know, songs or new releases or just posting about the artist. Just, you know, word of mouth or
Yeah.
virtual word of mouth.
Yeah.
It's very important. Today is also, in addition to National Optimist Day, it's National Think a Mail Carrier Day. And with that being said, mail system has been crazy lately. And I know also going to the store has been difficult for a lot of people, like going to buy groceries. And if you're at home and you're in that position and you need to get some wine, make sure that you go to jamcellars.com/buy. You can get the wine delivered directly through us to your doorstep, and you can do that through our website. Make sure you thank the mail carrier when they bring it to you. You can also use our wine finder to locate the local area, liquor stores, supermarkets, etc. that carry our wines. And I think, Rod, are you drinking some
I
of our
do,
wine
yeah. I
right
have
now?
the Chardonnay here. It's absolutely
Woo.
delicious. It's exactly what I needed after a long work day. So cheers.
Well, cheers. Cheers, everybody. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, and I think one of my local wine stores in the East Village delivered it here as well. So yeah, it's obviously very available.
Perfect. Well, why don't we get into, you want to do like a couple songs?
Sure. Yep, I'll do 2 songs. The first one is from my second album, which came out in 2014. A year after I moved to New York, I wrote the album pretty much here. And then I'll do a track from the new album. So this song, oh my God, this is just so wild. So this song is called There Are No Miracles, which is about like self-empowerment and believing in yourself and making things happen that you want to happen, right? Because a lot of people, they let life pass them by. A lot of very talented people and a lot of very loving people do that. So it was my like note to friends to go for things, why not try? I failed at stuff, but a lot of stuff has happened too. But because of the title, I got attacked on Facebook by fundamentalist Christians who thought that I was denying the presence of God. And I was like, no, honey, you've completely got that wrong. So here is my alleged Antichrist
That's
anthem,
their
which
problem
is-
for taking it out of
yeah,
context.
which is not that at all. So let's see if we get shut down today, shall we?
Oh my God.
It reminds me what happened years ago. Take your time, and you might be too slow. Lose direction. Where do you want to go? 'Cause it's your life, and only you can know just what your body and your mind want, how to get it before it's gone. There's somebody you wanna be, then open your eyes and see. There are no miracles, and all that you get comes from what you sow. Nothing comes easy, that's for sure. There are no miracles, only your own. So what's inside you? And what needs to go? Disappointment is all that you can show. Learn your lessons, learn to take control. 'Cause it's your life, and only you can know just what your body and your mind like. How to get it before you find that you've been missing the best of life. Just open your eyes and see. there are no miracles. And all that you get comes from what you sow. And nothing comes easy, that's for sure. There are no miracles, but this love is a heart trying to make it right. And these dreams are a heart trying to give a sign that when nothing comes easy, you gotta fight. There are no miracles, not anymore. No, not anymore. You can wait, warmer weather. Tell yourself it's alright. Wait for time to make you better. Keep your tears out of sight. That ain't right. Tears will only turn your heart to stone. And if you're lazy, you'll never know what life means. Oh, there are no miracles. And all that you get comes from what you sow. And nothing comes easy, that's for sure. There are no miracles, but this love is a heart trying to make it right. And these dreams are a heart trying to give a sign that when nothing comes easy, you gotta fight. There are no miracles, no, not anymore. No, not anymore. Give a sign. Oh, nothing comes easy. No, not anymore.
So that was There Are No Miracles. This is my little computer band here on the sidelines. It's really weird doing a show without band or without moving around and dancing, so I hope this is okay from my little disco oasis here in Manhattan. The next track is from Fun City, and this is one of my favorites that I recorded with my legendary, iconic hero friend, Andy Bell of Erasure. This is called Good Goodbyes.
Telling everybody about you, saying life is so much better without you. Said I was strong, so strong, but why? Said that I moved on, yeah right. All those memories have been filling up my mind and my nights, till I can't decide what's wrong and what's right. Is it a trick of the light? Is that your reflection in the corner of my eye? If you come back again, said that you were my type. You were perfection. When I see that smile, I let you walk back in. To overstate the state I'm in, overstate the meaning, but only you make my heart sing. So much feeling. I've been telling everybody about you, saying I was better without you, but it's clear it's a lie. I've never been good at goodbyes. I've been telling everybody about you, saying I was better without you, but it's clear it's a lie. I don't wanna say goodbye. Inside, I've kept those finer feelings hidden under a smile. You come back again. Said I'd fallen in love, loving myself and no one else. I seen that smile, you walked right back in. let you go. I've been telling everybody about you, saying I was better without you, but it's clear it's a lie. I've never been good at goodbyes. I've been telling everybody about you, saying life is better without you, but it's clear it's a lie. I don't wanna say goodbye. Life is a beach, it's a tropical beach when you're walking beside me. Life is a fair, you bring my head up, I can't wait to ride, ride, ride. I never wanna come back down. Oh, I never wanna come back down. Oh, I've been telling everybody about you, saying I was better without you, but it's clear it's a lie. I've never been good at goodbyes. I've been telling everybody about you, saying life is better without you, but it's clear it's a lie. I don't wanna say goodbye.
Woo! Thank you, Rod.
Welcome.
This is Bright Light, everybody. And if you're just now tuning in, thank you for joining us for Jam Happy Hour. And if you're wondering about the name Bright Light, then Rod might be able to give you a little insight.
This Gremlins poster behind me is the not so subtle clue to my origins. It is one of my favorite 80s Christmas movies and horror movies. And there's a little scene where, spoiler alert if you haven't seen it. Also, if you haven't seen it, how? When the little gizmo comes out of the box and the mom takes a Polaroid photo and he screams, bright light, because he's allergic to bright lights. And for some reason, that sounded like the ideal artist name in my wild brain.
I love it. So there you have it, people.
They have it.
Okay, so I'm curious because I know that your music has kind of embodied and been a staple within not only like the United States, but the international LGBTQ plus crowd. And obviously just all listeners, all inclusive. And I know that you've had the chance to collab with Elton John.
Yes, I have.
So do you have any fun stories? Like, I'm sure you've had a blast just working with him. I'm sure it's just amazing.
It's wild. I mean, so the next song I'm going to play has his backing vocals on it. I've recorded with him. We've done 4 songs together, and oh God, he's so funny. I originally went in the second time round to record 1 track with him in LA, and I kind of preemptively thought, like, we're gonna have a bit too much time in the studio, so I'm gonna be sneaky. And we did the first song in like, half an hour or something. And he's like, well, what do you want to do now? And I was like, well, I do have these other 2 songs, actually. If you want to do backing vocals, he's like, fabulous, I'll be your backing girl. And I just printed out the lyrics for him, and he just like did them and, on the fly, which is just amazing. We have so much fun. He's such a young soul, and he's one of the people I've met in the world who's like the most still in love with music and creating music and finding new artists. Like, obviously you can't see this as a pink shirt. There are pink lights absolutely everywhere. I was at his house once, and somebody was talking to me, and Elton just like walked out the room, and somebody said, "Oh, Rod, what's your favorite color?" And round the corner, Elton just screamed, "Pink!" I was like, he's so amazing. He's just so funny without even realizing how hilarious he is. An amazing man. I think like every human being deserves to meet him because he's just so funny. Like, growing up listening to him on the radio or in shops, whenever you go in, he's always playing everywhere. It was so wild to understand that he's just like a regular human being. And then getting to know him, it was just such a revelation to know that you can be that far into your career and that famous and that, know so many people. He always makes time for people, and it's just
Remaining
a joy
humble.
of a
Yeah.
person. I'm so fortunate to have got to know him.
It's great. Like the best thing is interacting with an idol, like someone that you've seen in this light and pictured a certain way, and not having that be disrupted.
Disappointing.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Yeah, 'cause it can go
not
that
having
way.
them be a
I've,
douche pickle.
Yeah, I've had a few friends that have met, like an idol of theirs, and it's been really awkward or like really just has gone very sour, and it's crushing then because you invested so much time and passion into that person. Like maybe you've bought all their records, and like, what do you do with them then if you
Yeah.
if you've just been told by them that you're like useless? You're like,
Right.
I don't know what you do. Thankfully, that didn't happen with him. So yeah.
Well, it's a little known fact that Elton John, he doesn't like iceberg lettuce.
Oh,
You're gonna get this because you're Welsh. So, all the Americans might not get this because it's called something else here, but he's not into iceberg lettuce. He's a rocket man.
oh, boom, boom, boom.
Here it's called arugula.
No, that's not iceberg. Oh yeah. Oh, sorry, rocket. is, yeah.
Rocket.
What is iceberg lettuce called here? Is that still iceberg lettuce?
It's iceberg. Yeah, I
I
don't know.
feel like I had to relearn the English language moving to the States because like everything's got
Yeah.
a different name. It's like it's mind blowing.
Well, I mean, and just the measurements. Like if you're baking a cake over here, you're gonna have to completely relearn if you do it over in England or vice versa.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's been a trip. I've definitely earned my my visa. My visa. I've definitely earned that.
I remember when I was studying abroad in Spain back in 2016. I remember seeing arugula at the store, and it was in the bag, but it was called Rocket, and I was like,
Yeah.
I'm 90% sure this is
Yeah,
arugula,
you just
but
never
I
know,
don't
though,
know.
do you? You never know. It could be like the surprise anomaly, and you're like, "Oh, I totally thought that looked like that," and you're like, "It's actually like plastic or something." It's wild.
What's
So,
like
yeah.
the weirdest Americanized food or hobby or whatever that you still are weirded out by? There's a lot, I'm sure.
Food? Oh. Everything
mean,
everything in a can. I
Yeah.
think the thing that I can't deal with in terms of like an American phrase is seeing eye dog. I actually can't deal with that. Like it's like, do you have like hearing ear aids? Do you know what I mean? It's like, why are there so many words in that? Why is the dog being given so many titles at once? Like it's
Right.
just in the UK call it like a guide dog as it guides you round. Like seeing eye dog, it just blows my mind. It's like
Or emotional support animal.
I'm fine with that. Emotional support animal, yeah. Seeing eye dog.
I don't know
It's
if
just
I've ever heard
it's
it called
insane to me. That's it. It's very niche, very random.
Yeah, the grocery stores here versus Europe, it was
Wild.
very
There's
hard
like
to
1,000 of
reaccustom myself.
everything.
Yeah, and then you go and you realize in Europe it's just like the essentials, like just one or two different versions of things,
Yeah.
not an entire aisle in Walmart dedicated to cereal.
Yeah. Or like just like 17 types of like diced tomato, and you're like, which one of them is real?
Right.
It feels like you're playing one of those games you touch and it's like, haha, that's actually a snake. Like,
yep.
I don't understand what the difference between them is. It's very confusing. Like the first time when I moved here and I had to go into like, whatever the store is called, Fresh Foods or whatever in Crown Heights. And I was so like panicked. I think I just left with nothing. I'm like, I don't know what to buy. I don't know which
Right.
bread. Like, why are there 7,000 ketchups? I don't know what's happening.
It's so weird. Yeah. Very odd.
Mm-hmm.
Did you read, I know, so you back in, was it 2013 or 2014 that you moved to Manhattan?
When I moved to Manhattan was actually 2018, but
Oh,
I was in
okay.
Brooklyn for all the years before that. So.
Gotcha. Did you hear about Manhattan's fanciest wine room?
No.
It's a New York Times bestseller.
Oh. I'm gonna have to like get much better like preempting the jokes now, and Sam, you're gonna keep me on my toes.
Well, cheers. You have to take a
Cheers.
sip. Cheers to everybody watching. We're going to get back into some music in a sec.
Okay.
You ready, Rod?
So this song has Sir Elton John on backing vocals. I am a ridiculous person, so I wrote this song about a movie poster you can see just there, kind of in the distance. A film called Mannequin, which stars Kim Cattrall, who's also in Big Trouble in Little China, just there. This is a Kim Cattrall shrine. There is a scene in Mannequin where Kim and Andrew McCarthy dance in nonsensically through different styles and ages, and that was the inspiration for this next song. This is called Symmetry of Two Hearts.
She's great in Sex and the City.
Wild. I love her. I love you, Kim.
On a good day, I can see forever. I can take my time and get to know who you are. It's a mystery. It's never in the stars. It's in your blood, tears and heart. And there must be a good reason. These things take time. Love is only a season in the year of your mind. And I'd like to think that I'm honest. It's better for your health, but well, sometimes I fool myself. It's the symmetry of two hearts. Never easy, I never know where to start. I really try, and even if we're two parts, one puzzle, I still wish we were one. And in the mornings, I tend to find myself overthinking, worried that someone else might not remember little words I say. What a waste of time and a waste of space. One mind only hold on to so much. The kiss, a moment, or a touch, and there must be a good reason. Some people forget instead. Just remind myself that the symmetry of two hearts is never easy. I never know where to start, but I really try, and even if we're two hearts, one puzzle, I still wish we were one.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sir Elton John.
One kiss in the ice might melt, remember. One word and the world might fall at your feet. 'Cause one dream can be shared by more than one mind, but they're just so hard to find. It's the symmetry of two hearts. It's never easy, I never know where to start. I really try, and even if we're two parts of one puzzle, I still wish we were one. 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 I still wish we were one.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm getting my my glass refilled.
Oh,
Thanks, Irie.
I love that you have a glamorous assistant.
Yes,
It's fabulous. Oh,
says-
hi.
he loves
Yes,
that I have a
product
glamorous
placement,
assistant.
fabulous.
You know.
Well, if you're watching our Jam Happy Hour today and you would also like to order some of our effervescent toast sparkling, then you can go ahead and venture over to jamcellars.com/buy. But also check out the Bright Light music. And you just released a video also, I think back in November.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, so I was trying to do a sort of visual element for the recent album Fun City, which obviously got nixed with COVID and closures and lockdowns. But I did my own live show, which I filmed socially distanced. There were like 3 of us in the bar at Club Cumming, which is Alan Cumming's bar down the street. And I filmed like an entire live show, the album start to finish. So I've been able to repurpose those live performances as, their own little moments. So I did the video with Justin Vivian Bond for Saying Goodbye is Exhausting. That came out for World AIDS Day in December, 1st of December.
Heck yeah. Well, and so you've been doing it's like what you referred to as the daytime dance party.
Yes,
also?
which are really fun. And normally when Club Cumming's open, that's where I host it. It's just in the East Village. So I do a daytime dance party based on Romy Michelle's High School Reunion, which is one of my favorite movies. It's on a poster over there. And of course, Alan Cumming was in the movie. So when we became friends and he heard that I was doing that party, he's like, oh, come and do it at my bar. And I was like, perfect. And it's super fun. It's like a nice way to share songs. Like I DJ and I encourage people to make requests on Post-it notes, because in the movie they say they invented Post-its. So people come and there's a wall where they stick the Post-its on. And
That's
it's like
so
a kind of
cool.
subtle way to get people to talk to each other. So like strangers will see
Yeah.
somebody writing a song they love and they're like, oh, I love that song too. And it's been really nice to watch people form new friendships. And a lot of the people that come are like comedians or musicians, and they've formed little writing partnerships or like musical duos. And I've seen them share stuff online. And it's been super cool to feel, like a little community happening. It's been really lovely.
Yes. And okay, so you're in New York, and earlier we were talking about Kim Cattrall.
Yes.
And okay, have you heard like because I am like fully convinced by this. So you've heard of the Mandela effect, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Okay, so I've always called it Sex in the City,
Right.
but it's
Sex
actually
and the City.
Sex and the City.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I've seen like people post like old merch for the show that says Sex in the City, but like if you look into this, it's kind of crazy. But if you type in Sex in the City, it immediately switches the in to and.
Yeah.
Like there's
I
no
think for a long time I thought it was in as well, and somebody pointed it out like maybe a year or two ago, and I was like, huh. Because you just say what you hear, right? So it's just like you just repeat that, and after a while you're just like, what? It's like all of those like I was today years old videos when I realized like you flip the pan with the grilled cheese.
I was
or
just
something, and everyone's
watching
like,
that today. No
isn't
way.
that wild? It's just like, what? Although I tried the one about cracking an egg by dropping it into a frying pan, and it's a stinking lie. You can't do it. Somebody
Wait, I
drops
didn't see
an
that.
egg into a pan and it breaks and there's no shell. I'm like, you're lying. Because I did it and there was shell everywhere. Don't do that one.
Okay, well, what I was thinking for the grilled cheese video, because I always just get the pan just coated in melted butter.
It's going to fly everywhere, isn't it?
Yeah, you're going to cause a fire.
Yes.
But then everyone was commenting like, well, if you make your grilled cheese properly and you douse the bread with mayo and not the pan with butter, then that is not an issue. And I'm like, well, I'll just flip
something's
my-
going to go wrong. I think
Yeah.
Sam, look after yourself and like
Yep.
don't set that kitchen on fire, because
No.
it's not worth it, is it?
No, it really isn't.
No.
And speaking of iconic blondes, so we're talking about Kim Cattrall, but Madonna, you were reading the book that her brother wrote
Yeah.
about her. How was
Yeah.
that? Because I've wanted to buy it, but
Oh, it's
you're the
such
first, eh?
delicious trash. You have to buy it immediately. I'm
Delicious
obsessed with it. It's just so good. I mean, it's really interesting to have that insight into her life, and also like his lens, quote unquote, is just like really delicious. I was reading it on a plane with like a gin and tonic or something. I was like, this is everything
Yes.
I needed to be. It's so wonderful.
oh my gosh, that sounds just amazing.
Yeah. Treat yourself.
Yeah, I'm gonna order it tonight. I'm gonna do
Go for it.
Okay, so for the next song,
Yes.
so it's all right, it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I know that people tend to be a little bit skittish when it comes to utilizing pronouns properly.
Yes.
There's a lot of just knowledge that's been kept in the dark. And I think you kind of delved into this topic in this particular song.
Yeah.
If you want to talk about it.
Yeah, so I mean, I think the problem is like people are used to what they've been conditioned to or taught or told, right? So like, a perfect example before was like Sex in the City, Sex and the City. You might accidentally keep saying Sex in the City once you've been told that it's not, and it's fine to make the mistake, but it's like remembering to correct yourself and making clear that like that was an honest mistake. People, I think, are very frightened when it comes to pronouns because they feel like they're going to make a mistake, and then they get even more flustered and talk themselves into these like weird guilt and shame spirals. Especially for people who have known somebody that uses one pronoun, then they switch. For example, Cola Scola, who's an incredible comedian, if you don't know their work, recently said that their pronouns were they. And I met him as him, but Cole is now they. So remembering to just say their work, their comedy, they're a comedian. And people will make mistakes, and you can just correct yourself and keep telling yourself the correct pronoun. And that's natural. Your body and your brain are used to muscle memory. But just try a little bit, all people are asking you to do is just pay attention, understand the importance of these things, and just do your best, If you're able to say miss or mister or sir, whatever, it's just a term. And as we were talking off air, actually, it's an amazing point that if somebody changes their name when they get married, you then assume the new last name.
Right.
It's the same thing, it's just a different pronoun. It's a different word. Person remains the same. So with this song, it's about gender identity. And I know a lot of people that are, trans or gender fluid, and there's so much stigma attached to it, particularly with the administration, that it's a very dense world, and there's not a lot of respect attached to gender identity. There's a lot of stigma and prejudice and lack of comprehension. And again, it's just, paying attention and listening and learning about somebody that you don't know. I don't know what it's like to be trans, but I'm able to listen to somebody who is and listen to their perspective and learn from them. Right. And that's all anybody's being asked to do. So this track is like a kind of queer anthem to just be whoever you are, whatever your identification is, whatever your pronouns are. Everything is valid. Everything is accepted or should be accepted. Yes. And just be yourself. So this is a song called It's All Right, It's Okay, which is also like the chorus is also referencing the ACT UP movement after the AIDS crisis, where people were just left to die. So yeah, it's a hoot.
Cheers to everybody watching.
It's all right. It's okay.
We're all the same. We're all the same. Inside, outside, whatever. But what you say and how you play is what matters the most. Did you come as a boy or a girl? Or did you come as yourself, even better? If you want to be part of a world where your heart doesn't hurt, say the word and we'll make it there together. It's alright, it's okay. Break the silence, break the chain, live your life, and don't let anybody change what's inside you. They always say, stick to your lane. Don't ever do anything as embarrassing as letting anyone know. If you're here with a boy or a girl, or if you really don't care, 'cause you're free from the weight of the world that they can't seem to secret. Maybe they'll never learn, so just let them be whatever. It's alright, it's okay. Break the silence, break the chain, and live your life. And don't let anybody change what's inside you. It's okay, it's alright. Break the chain, break the silence, live your life. And don't let anybody change what's inside you. One day they're gonna see our names in some great story. One day they're gonna sing our praise for all our glory. 'Cause out here we can be anything. Can you feel it? Out here we can be anything. Can you feel it? It's alright, it's okay. Break the silence, break the chain, live your life. And don't let anybody change what's inside you. It's okay, it's alright. Break the chain, break the silence, live your life. And don't let anybody change what's inside you. It's alright.
Woo! Thank you.
Thank you.
This is Bright Light, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. It's Thirsty Thursday. We're here, Jam Happy Hour with Bright Light, Rod. And so, Rod, if people are feeling tipsy today on Thirsty Thursday, your
Tipsy,
PayPal, is it Bright Light X2?
So if it's on the tip, it's paypal.me/BLBLX2. Or Venmo is Brightlight X2, or buy a song on iTunes or Bandcamp or whatever, that kind of thing. Anything is super helpful and super appreciated. But also remember to look after yourselves first. If you can't afford to do something like that, don't do it. Share a song, share a YouTube video, share something on Spotify, put it on a playlist. Just tell people. Amplify voices is super important. Like you guys are doing for me. This is a totally different audience for me, and it's so amazing. And it's nice to meet people the other side of America, and just connection is super important. So thanks for whatever way you're helping.
And I can't wait until the day that we can have in-person live events, live music, because you are at the top of the list for us to have here. I'm in Napa, the Napa Valley.
Yes,
And,
I would love to. It would be so nice to be in a venue, not just inside my apartment doing a show. I mean, what a novelty,
I know. Crazy. Just thinking about the amazing energy that is irreplaceable at an in-person show. I keep saying this, but until it happens again, I'm going to keep saying it. What I wouldn't give to have an elbow to my eye socket in a crowd with sweat from other people dripping on me and waiting in a porta potty line, I would love that.
to pay too much for a too hot beer or a terrible wine, all
that
of these
waited
things,
20 minutes for.
You take for granted, but yeah.
We'll get there eventually. But in the meantime, we've been doing these shows and we'll keep doing them 3 times a week. Thank you so much, Rod. And everyone watching at home, check his music out. And if you want to partake in tomorrow's live virtual concert, then you can order some of our wine, or you can use our wine finder.
It's really good. It's really delicious. I'm trying to pace myself on the wine. Not doing a very good job.
Cheers to you. And I think we've got a couple songs left. We got about 10 minutes left. So maybe we'll get into one of them and then we'll do the last one at the very end.
Sure. Okay. So this is a song called Blood Moon that I haven't performed since 2015. And I'll start it right now. Is it working? What's happening? Oh, no. Okay, sorry. No. There's something wrong with the file. We've just got one more. Is that okay?
That's all right.
Oh, no. Actually, I'll do this one. And hopefully, within the next song, I can end with that one.
Ooh, okay.
I'm gonna
Okay,
make
I
that
like
work.
it. A little
This
bit
one
of a
is called
cliffhanger.
"Running Back to You."
Figured it out. The trick to the game. You made the fires bloom. Got me so drawn to the flames. And I changed. It's true. Midnight and you're the same. You come to me once a day. Every time that I ask you why, you say, 'cause you know just what it takes. Just what it takes. You say, you know just what it takes. When the night falls and my mind drifts into space, and I know I'm dreaming, even that can't take away your hand from my shoulder. You find a way to keep me running back to you, to keep me running back to you. You figured it out, did you? I felt you rewrite the rules. Felt every inch of flames burn your name. It's true. The oceans and me, we're the same. We both come in waves, but you learned how to sail these blues until they welcome you, and you say, you know just what it takes. So when the night falls and my mind drifts into space, and I know I'm dreaming, even that can't take away your hand from my shoulders. You find a way to keep me running back to you, to keep me running back to you. When I'm at my limit, when I'm at the point where I might say, gotta pull my heart out, I need to keep some space, gotta keep some distance. Find a way to keep me running back to you, to keep me running back to you. To keep me running back to you. To keep me running back to you. Oh, you work me hard in the days till I forget a world without you. You found a way to work that heartbreak feeling, to keep me running back to you, to keep me running back to you. So as the night falls and my mind drifts into space, and I know I'm dreaming, even I can't take away your hand from my shoulder. Find a way to keep me running back to you, to keep me running back to you. I live when I'm at the point I might say, gotta pull my heart out, I need to keep some space, gotta keep some distance. You find a way to keep me running back to you, to keep me running back to you.
Woo!
Thank you.
Thank you. Did it work? Does it work?
It is gonna work in just 1 second.
Woo!
Yeah, all good. Just, technology being its usual exhausting self. Everything in the last year has been a nightmare, so why not, right? Why not just have
Why
one more
not?
thing be a complete disaster? Yeah, it's all good now. We've got it.
Cheers. All right. Well, so this has been Bright Light, everybody. And Rod here is Welsh, but now New York based.
Yeah. Yep. Thank you for having me, New York.
We lost all the vowels from our Scrabble set at my house. So we're like, I guess we'll just sell it on eBay as a the Welsh edition.
Yeah. Oh my God, trying to explain to people like Welsh language and the sounds and everything. It's completely wild. God bless anyone that tries to understand it. I need a translator everywhere I go.
It's a great German and Welsh. They're both such confusing languages to me.
They are, you know, like when
different
you
ways.
actually work them out, they're very logical, but they're very illogical to an English speaking brain.
Right.
Is
right.
the problem. So it's like, oh yeah, it's exhausting. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair though, like English,
Oh, it's
especially
wild. Can you
American
imagine?
English, I can't. Yeah, no.
I can't
As
imagine
a
learning-
second language, I
Yeah.
can't imagine trying to learn this with all the rules and just rules that make no sense.
No sense. So if you know somebody that has an accent that is different to your own, be very patient and lovely to them
Yes.
because they've learned a very difficult language.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh well,
So
let's get into the last one.
yeah.
Let's do it.
Thank you for having me. Thank you to everybody for listening. This is a song I haven't played for a really long time. Almost didn't again, but here we go. This is called Blood Moon.
Though it's not mine to say, the feeling's real. There's a silence today that cuts like steel. Blood moon over you in the distance. I said I'd see you soon. And I talk to you like you were mine. Talk to you like I meant something to you. I would never say I'm special, but I did give you love. I did give you love. I would never claim that I held back the rain, but I did give you love. I did give you love. Though it's all gone away now, the feeling's real. There's a silence today I'll always hear. One note rings out in the distance. One song I barely knew that I sang to you as if it were mine. I sang to you like it meant something to you. I would never say I'm special, but I did give you love. I did give you love. I would never claim that I held back the rain, but I did give you love. I did give you love. Maybe not enough, maybe not enough, but I did give you love. I did give you love. Maybe not enough, maybe not enough, but I did give you love. I did give you love. There's a hole in the day. There's a hole in the day. And I walk right through. And I walk right through like I meant something to you. I would never say I'm special, but I did give you love. I did give you love. I would never claim that I held back the rain, but I did give you love.
Thank you so much, Rod.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for having me, Sam, and everybody at Jam Happy Hour. It's been such a joy. Nice to speak to a person in real time. It's been so lovely. Thank you.
Can't wait to check out Quiet City on the 12th. I'm very excited. So
Fabulous. Thank you.
thank you. Cheers.